Having listened to what he said now,
Yes.
what do you think?
I made two facts from, like I said, we do respect Mr. Dowu. He's totally not abreast with the electoral laws. That's simple truth. One is that it's obvious, confirmed, that INEC never monitored either Ogwebego's purported primary and the primary of PDP that produced Tony Nwoye, right? And I want to give an extension to that INEC does not have the power to give legitimacy to a primary election. Either way, neither must they monitor a primary election for it to be valid under the law, Section 58 of the Electoral Act. That is one point. Then the second point is that under Section 31(1) of the same Electoral Act, INEC has no reason whatsoever, I mean the word whatsoever, to reject a name submitted to it by a political party. If I may read, if you have time, it says, INEC on the part of PDP, they have duly, as at 29th of August, submitted Tony Nwoye's name as their candidate. That's N's nomination. Every other thing is secondary.
But they say they have some other court cases.
He's not abreast. The process is not, from INEC timetable, the publication of names comes in today. The nomination today, yes. So he said the process is still on. That is being economical with truth. You have to tell Nigerians the truth to advance our democracy. Nomination of candidates, submission of name has long ended. Today is publication. The essence of publication is that I will see your data, Mr. Chamberlain, and say, oh, Chamberlain said his name is from Uboluku. I'm aware he's not. He's from Obolafo. That's the essence of publication. For the world to know this candidate, not for you to nominate. And the law is clear. Supreme Court decided it because, it is a similar thing in Anambra State. As of 2010, the same process. Then it was Benju Dozo who purported to have conducted primaries after PDP conducted their primaries. That's why Tony Nwoye is still outside now, without being in the House of Reps. As a matter of fact, Nigerians never knew, and Uba chose that process because that was the same process that took him to Senate. He's sitting in Senate where PDP never nominated him. Lady Majiro Kadibo, as people are aware of her case, was in the same pit until destiny shined on her. Her case got to Supreme Court. You understand? Because it was John Okechukwu Emeka that was nominated by a state executive committee like they're doing now. All they need to do is say, oh, let's put our name when we go to court. It ends the Supreme Court.
But the parallel congresses were held on the same day.
Yes, that's exactly. We disagree to agree on that word parallel. Supreme Court said you can never put what is right to be parallel with what is not existing. If I may read, this is Supreme Court decision. In the case of John Okechukwu against Lady Majiro Kadibo, Anambra North, on the same issue of whether a state executive can competently conduct primary. Per Rodvival, Honorable Justice, my Lord Honorable Justice Rodvival, Justice of the Supreme Court. This is what he said. After reading all the provisions of the PDP Constitution, Guideline, and the Electoral Act, he says, a diligent reading of the above reveals that it is the National Executive of PDP that has the power and responsibility to conduct primary elections. There can only be one valid primary, and that is the primary conducted by NEC. A primary conducted by state chapter of PDP is not a primary. This is not Ernest Nwoye speaking. This is Supreme Court speaking. He says it is a complete nullity. It carries no right, including right to go to court. It is an illegal contraption. That's what Supreme Court said. Because as at 2010, people were like, finally, this is what he said. Whether there can be two primaries, he said, where there are two primaries conducted by NEC or PDP, a situation best imagined, it is only then that it can be said to be two parallel primaries. In Anambra State,
in this case,
were there two primaries conducted by National Executive of PDP? Your answer is as good as mine.
Okay, if this is the case,
yes,
what has the PDP done to those who conducted a Congress that they should not have done?
Thank you. PDP, in exercise of his powers, under Section Article 50, J of the Constitution, once you go and engage...
That's the PDP Constitution?
Yes, PDP Constitution, 2012. Section 58, it says, offenses. Once any party, all the actions of these people who went and conduct parallel primaries, even against PDP Constitution, if you create a parallel activity in the party will display. Look at it. 50, not it is...
Has the party disciplined them?
58(1)(I) engages in faction or belong to any group or guys or parallel. Party did what they do. They set up a disciplinary committee. Call them invitation. Come and explain to us where and why you can conduct a primary.
So what did they do at the end of the day?
Instead of going to attend to the party, they ran away.
I mean the party. What did the party do to those people?
They did not honor party's invitation. Party exercised its right of disciplinary power.
Yeah, but if the party has not taken any action against
they have.
What did they do?
Party now said, okay, since you do not want to come and answer to our call, we have to suspend you. You are hereby suspended. Suspension is part of the disciplinary procedure. It's not what is not.
Are they still suspended?
They're still suspended.
How come we saw them at the special convention of the
There you are. That is the impunity. They decided. You know, when a man at a certain age and level loses every element of genuinity, I don't know how to put it. As a special convention, their suspension was lifted, was suspended. I was in court.
The suspension was suspended so they can attend the special convention?
Exactly. In court, when the court was informed, because the suit was served on PDP, the order for PDP to show cause, they actually approached court, and the court said, oh no, since this suit has been served, suspend it pending the suspension. The suspension was suspended, not for them to attend, but because of what PDP never knew the papers were served. Okay. But when we returned to court, all the applications for interim orders were all totally struck out.
All right. Ernest Moye, a lawyer, thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.